one thing for too long. It does like a really good job of like jumbling up the jokes. The guy is really snarky. He's cool. I like him. Definitely go check him out.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, we got Mike versus Lyra. Hopping right into it.
Mike. I love it, man.
Yeah, Mike.
No judgments. Okay.
He's that dude that just you see on Elite Smash. Mike. He's like, oh, GG's to Mike, the Pokemon trainer.
I wish I took a single game against him, but he's just too nasty. Dude, I got bodied by Mike. Anyway, we got Lyra out here representing UTK. Not sure what that means, but he's out here repping them for all the good people at UTK. Pokemon Trainer versus Yoshi here on Battlefield. I gotta take, you don't have to go too in-depth yet, Fang, but first glance, my friend, what do you think of this matchup? Who do you think it favors?
I think PT just has like a lot of versatility with a lot of matchups and stuff like that. The character really is like a Swiss Army knife in terms of getting a bunch of different matchups. That being said, I feel like I don't know. I feel like PT might win, but also Yoshi has so much in his toolkit from what we've seen for just tacking on damage like super duper quickly. He can chase off stage pretty well. Those eggs are annoying to mitigate through. So I don't know. It's a toss-up, honestly, for me right now.
I agree with that. I mean, I do think this particular stage pick can be a little bit detrimental to Yoshi, depending on what Pokemon he has out, because Yoshi on the way down can be a little bit difficult of a way to get out of disadvantage, especially when these platforms are here in the mix to really make your landings that much more predictable. With a giant hitbox such as Ivysaur's up air and Charizard's up air as well, just any moves that are really great at juggling you like that, and up smash included, which goes through the platforms, mind you, it can definitely be a bit of a stretch in terms of getting down. And speaking of getting down, Mike smacking Yoshi Lyra into the depths for the first stock. Mike, up in stocks.
Yeah, really great dare right there. Not a lot of characters can really catch Yoshi at ledge, but I like how Mike was positioned just directly above it, so that way if Lyra decided to egg throw right back to stage, Mike was just there ready to catch the recovery before he was able to hit the ledge.
There's the up smash. Can't be whiffing that kind of stuff in neutral. He probably figured maybe I'm at 180. You know, I'm going to lose this stock pretty soon regardless, all things considered. Maybe I could just go for broke right here. Because if he lands that, that's a pretty decent risk reward. That would put Yoshi such a disadvantageous spot to get hit by Charizard's up being neutral like that, man. Yoshi up in the air trying to land against these platforms. Yeah, he's got the best air speed in the game, but at the end of the day, those giant hitboxes of Pokemon Trainer, man, can be a little bit detrimental for you on the way down.
Oh boy, I like how Mike is opting for Squirtle too at this early percent range before he gets like blown up a little too much. Squirtle like has no trouble getting in on a lot of characters in this game, and Yoshi's definitely no exception to that rule.
Absolutely not, man. It's as it was foretold in the scrolls. I believe the forward is that deep forward air on Lyra, gonna retake the game, saying I got spikes too, my friend, as that up smash immediately reciprocates it right here. We're down to final stock for the first game of the night.
Yeah, this game a real slobber knocker right now. Both these guys are just like slugging each other back and forth. Like no one's really got control of the momentum too much, and that's honestly what you want to see from matches this early in bracket. You know, both guys looking very, very confident. Okay.
Early on. Oh my god, dude, this is actually really, really close. Not just in terms of percent, but in terms of neutral dominance. Like you said, there's really this is really just a true slobber knocker. It really hasn't been dominant on any of these two players so far. The neutral is really back and forth as a slobber knocker as it is, man. You can't ask for anything more for the first game of DNA.EXE, and here we go. He's got him on the ledge right here, but commits to the forward smash. Not what you want to be doing. He's going to eat that strong back air for it. And I like the idea of the down smash, but the execution, Lyra was prepared for it.
Okay, it's like Mike has been pushing his advantage really, really nicely, and there's like a lot of really good ideas coming out for him to catch Yoshi's landings. Like Yoshi did Yoshi Bomb, and he caught it with up tilt and stuff like that. That being said, though, Lyra coming out on top that game one, just being really, really good and consistent with those edge guards. That's what Yoshi excels at. Yoshi can't afford to jump out there and just take that stock really, really nicely and confidently. Really good stuff to Lyra there.
Honestly, yeah, and it can be scary depending on which Pokemon you're playing as well, because one thing that Yoshi loves to do is to low profile scoop underneath you with his up tilt. He can actually do that with a lot more moves than you would think, including but not limited to Palutena's neutral air if you do not space it properly. And out here, man, at low percents, what you're typically going to be seeing with Pokemon Trainer to tack on that damage, as it was foretold in the scrolls of Pokemon Trainer way back when, is thou shalt tack on damage with Squirtle. And Squirtle, if he's spacing those forward airs or those back airs improperly, man, if Yoshi's prepared for that, I'm not sure what's going to completely win in that interaction, man. I think with the way that Yoshi shifts his hurt box with a move like up tilt, it can immediately turn it around for him. But we're not going to even really need to be thinking about too much of that stuff with Pokemon Trainer because we have everybody's favorite out here.
Oh, wow, okay.
Waluigi.
So, I don't feel like the switch was honestly, like, too necessary for Mike. I guess maybe he's just opting to pick a character that he knows he'll be able to stay a bit more grounded with in order to catch Yoshi's landings from a distance. I don't think his PT did, like, too bad whatsoever. And likewise, I don't think PS2 is, like, a particularly bad stage. However, I do think it should have been banned. I feel like this and Battlefield are, like, two of Yoshi's best stages in the game. So I don't know what Mike's thinking here. Maybe he's trying to play to his strengths a little bit more with that lower ceiling. That being said, though, Lyra already sending my man to the depths there for that first stock.
Yeah, it is questionable. I don't know if Mike might have counted his chickens before they hatched here in terms of an early counter pick because he could have just gone to a different stage and he might have had the juice for it. Like you said, Pokemon Trainer didn't even do that poorly in the last game, man. I'm not sure if that was necessarily the problem, but the Luigi not going to take the first stock already with that down smash. I can understand wanting to try something else out here that's a little bit different as he unfortunately miscalculates the capacity of his jump right there, not able to actually possess it and make his way back. And Yoshi without a jump off a level that low, nothing doing, man. That air dodge is not going to make it back. We're back to even.
Yeah, Mike almost looking like more comfortable, although like Luigi's combos won't really work in full effect on Yoshi until like he won't be able to connect hits as consistently until later percent since the heavy armor is knockback based, but he's been able to get an impressive amount of startup damage. He caught the up B with the egg lay. That was really funny.
Oh, I love the option out of that as well, man. I do believe egg lay works in the same way as the last game, where depending on how many inputs you have stored into it, you will buffer that particular aerial out of the egg, and he elected to choose, as that up smash takes the stock, he elected to choose the early invincible option in down B. Not a bad pick, if I do say so myself, Fang.
Yeah, the switch working really, really nicely for Mike thus far. He's just been able to get, I guess, he looks way more confident in his punishes on Lyra just thus far. How to get back to stage and just how to deal with some of the more unorthodox options that Lyra has been throwing out. I love the way he's using this down B right now just to get out of hit stun a lot of the times, because a lot of characters will like to hold forward on Luigi because they're like, all right, this guy can combo me into oblivion. Let me see if I can do the same to him. But you got to respect that move.
Yeah, and I love the grounded game that Mike is playing as well, because Luigi, if there's anything that you can say is really bad about the character, it's not that. It's not turnaround up B's out of shield, Fang. Not what I was going to say, but my man Mike telling me to shut up. I got one moment, leaning over saying, moment please. Moment, please, Nintunis. Give me a second here. Beautiful stuff coming out from Mike to be able to take advantage of that situation right there. So risky, too. Up being out, like, out of shield like that by the ledge. You know what percent you're at, my friend? I don't care if you do that, man. You have all the time in the world to charge that head up with the forward smash and just knock you literally and metaphorically out of the park. But that's not going to happen, man. Mike putting himself on the board.
My man is at dead percent.
Dead.
All right, so now we're moving into a game 3, which is always what I like to see. So,
what if they?
One of these two guys are going to be facing off against Soul Hex within the next round. So, and back to PS2. I don't disagree with this kind of pick at all for Lyra. I don't think it was the stage too much. It was just watching out on how to approach from Luigi from above, because it can already be very, very difficult landing on Luigi, since that's what he's expecting for a majority of the time anyway in neutral. So Lyra's gonna maybe have to mix it up with maybe a little more egg throwing a little bit just to kind of trip Mike up on the approach, because right now Mike is ready for these landings almost every instant. You can't even cross this man up. He put him on any basketball team. His ankles will not get broken. You can set any amount of picks you want on this man.
Oh, shout out to Leffen, man, balling up on the court saying, you got eggs, I got some pretty baller moves too, my friend. And I agree with that to an extent, my friend, because I also think the same can be said for Luigi on the terms of coming down. Luigi is literally the opposite of Yoshi in the sense of his airspeed. I mean, they have pretty much the same neutral air, you know, frame 3, combo starter, combo breaker, all that good stuff. But when it comes to airspeed, Yoshi's got the best, and Luigi has borderline the worst. Not the worst, but it is definitely down there. So if Yoshi is never able to get Mike in disadvantage, which so far Lyra has not been able to do at all, I would imagine that Yoshi's up smash going through the platform can make it really hard for Mike to get down. But, Fang, we haven't even seen that. Mike still has 3 stocks.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing a little bit of panic here from Lyra, just trying to throw out all of these moves to get, trying to crack within Mike, just with these Yoshi bombs right here. Finally, one connecting right there, but Lyra's going to have to be so much more careful because Mike is Mike is caught on to the fact that Lyra has been trying to cross him up every single time, and it's kind of biting him, because you saw the up B out of shield happen, you've seen these up smashers, you've seen these pivot to grab down throws. Like, you have to watch out how you're going to land on Luigi.
That move just pokes you in all kinds of places you definitely don't want to be poked. But I mean, hey, if Yoshi is able to play the evasive game here, just steal out this stock as quickly and just as efficiently as he can. Yoshi, I think, has all the tools to be able to make a comeback on a character such as Luigi, one who does not have the better offstage presences in this game, whereas Yoshi has the best airspeed going on. So once Luigi is off the level, I can definitely see Lyra pulling some pretty clutch stuff out of his hat. But so far, he's just not able to win these neutral exchanges, even make that happen in the first place, holding the gray stick forward in on Luigi, my friends, who can up smash you out of shield, who can up B you out of shield, who can he probably has something else out of shield that he can't literally do in this game, but something that is very detrimental to say regardless. Mike with the counter pick. That is 2-1 in the favor of Mike with the Luigi.
He looked very, very confident with that Luigi pick too, just like knowing how to punish Lyra a lot better. It seemed almost he was way more comfortable in punishing a lot of Lyra's landings, rather than with Pokemon Trainer. So, you know what? Like, if you have a better character in your arsenal that you can use, definitely use it. And for online play, I can't think of a better character than Luigi to be doing that with.
Yeah, man. I mean, you hear the stereotypes. You see the sad people.